coming back and everything and getting yourself routing into form?
I mean, it's just, I guess, is to show that my coaches believe in me, that everything that, working for, coming back off of that injury, everything's coming together, explosion back. So just a blessing, man.
Yeah, you got in the backfield a bit there. Just what have you been working on, trying to get back into speed, with the explosion, with your hand moving and everything?
Just knowing that you get opportunities away from Chris. So just working with him and working with George, just on my hand moves and just getting better at every aspect that I can to make sure that they come up off of him a little bit.
Was there a moment for you, Tershawn, during training camp where you could tell the significance of this is back to where your normal form is compared to obviously what you had to endure?
Oh yeah, I mean that first week, going back out there, you're always excited. So just being out there going against Trey and all those other guys, I kind of start feeling myself again, start feeling back to where I was, and even feeling better. As you get older in this game, you start picking up on things. So I definitely felt that in training camp.
How do you disrupt Joe Burrow, make sure that he's uncomfortable in the pocket on Sunday?
They have a good old line. So just watching film, you kind of know Joe get the ball out of his hands fast. So you got to get back there fast and execute the game plan,
And you see Chris Jones out there moving around from end and into tackle and position and everything. How do you kind of play off of that or learn how to play off of that with all the movement he makes on that line?
Chris, he the big dog in the room, so you understand that he's going to be everywhere. And, that could put me at some advantages of going to the 3 and being able to work my own moves while he's out there. So I kind of like it, he moving around.
There was so much even talk during the game on the broadcast, I don't know if you rewatched it, but where Chris sort of makes a decision pretty late in the game clock. Does that – I'm imagining that surprises or could surprise the offensive line, but does it even surprise you guys to know where he's sort of thinking in the last seconds of the play clock?
I mean, he tell us what he's thinking of during the weekend. We executing it during the week. So I think it definitely get the offensive line, mind going because he moving around, but I kind of know what's going on with him. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we communicate.
Hey, Turk, you talk about, feeling your power, feeling things come back. Did you notice what was missing last year? How did you feel just as far as first coming back?
I mean, I think with that type of injury, it's always show confidence. So, when you're going out there at the beginning, it was just my confidence was kind of shook. And then as the year was going on, you kind of start putting your trust back into it. And then in the playoffs, I kind of start feeling myself again.
How, anything you noticed rewatching the game from Felix? Obviously, we know he had the fumble recovery, had a couple tackles in the back of the, back behind the line of scrimmage. Just how encouraging is to see him show some progress?
Felix, it's just a hard league. So year 2, you always get better. Even kind of like a guy like me coming from a small school coming into this league. Felix, he's doing great, and he's attentive in meetings, and he's working. He's staying after practice to get better. He's doing everything to put himself in a position to win. So, it's always good to see a young guy who wants to win and wants to continue to improve.
And one thing I wanted to ask you too, Tershawn, you were one of the most recent guys who came from a small school or was not drafted, made the team right out as a rookie. What was it like experiencing that for someone like Carson, who transferred schools, was not drafted, and obviously made the team? I
kind of saluted to all the young guys, even the tackle and the safety. I kind of saluted to all them guys who are undrafted and made this team because, it's a battle that you go through every day. Our body's hurting, and then Coach Reed training camp ain't too easy. So to make it through, and those guys get those garbage time in the preseason, but they did what they were supposed to do. And Carson, he made a great impact.
These first 2 matchups against 2 of the toughest teams in the AFC, what can you learn about your defense through these first 2 weeks?
I think we got a lot of people back, so you kind of already know what to expect. We're losing 3-8. That was a big thing. So just seeing those guys perform how they did last week, put confidence in them, letting us roll up front, and we're gonna keep the pressure off of them too, and we all working together.
You talk about when you were coming in, you had kind of a more difficult, higher level of challenge coming in during COVID.
Yeah.
How much was that different from what you've seen, the experience of the undrafted rookies the last few years?
It was different because, with us, it was going against the same guys every day. You put all your moves out there, and you're like, dang, I can't go against nobody. So just them being able to go into a preseason and get to play some of those other guys, I was like, man, I mean, that's good, to get a break from your teammates. But, I mean, it was good. What I went through, it was a blessing, going against Kelechi and all those guys when I was young, it definitely helped me.
Those Zoom meetings and all the distancing
Zoom
probably
meetings,
didn't help either.
yeah, distancing, walking around with beepers, getting your nose swabbed every day. That was something different. So, yeah.
Appreciate you.
Thank you,
Appreciate
sir.
y'all.